I'm at APF 2024 where I'm joined by James on the Tubex stand. James, how have you been enjoying the show so far?
Yeah, it's been good. Been a few years since the last event, so it's nice to be back again. It seems a little bit calmer this year after, I think last year we had the post-pandemic boom, but it's been a bit calmer and a bit more time to catch up and talk to clients and customers.
Talking about that, it has been 2 years since the last APF show. How have the last 2 years been for Tubex and the tree shelter industry, I suppose, in general?
Yeah, I think we've seen continual growth year over year, which is good. Obviously, with the government targets still being quite high in terms of tree planting numbers, so we've seen the growth in the business. Still a bit of a way to go. I think everyone has seen that, but yeah, some good improvements on the nature and the growth of the collection and recycling scheme, which was just starting a few years ago. So no, it's been a really positive few years for the business.
Yeah, talk us through the collection and recycling scheme, because that has been one of the big stories to come out of Tubex in the last couple of years. How has that been developing? How's it going?
Yeah, I mean, really, I think we were maybe 12 months in last time that we were here in its kind of infancy. So it's been really nice to see how that's been growing. We still have the bag collection where you can pay for the bag, but the really nice step forward has been the national hubs. So by working with all the partner organisations and the distributors, we've managed now to expand to around 20 hubs across the country, which makes it far easier for people to take the bags of tubes to the sites, and then we'll go and bring those back, also reducing the carbon footprint of the collection and recycling scheme as a whole. So yeah, we're still looking for new partners, so if there's a gap in the country where you haven't got a hub, then feel free to reach out to us, and we'd love to get you set up as a hub as well.
And how is that what stage is that conversation at, really, about plastic tree shelters versus biodegradable? That whole debate that's been going on.
Yeah, it's still raging, I would say. It depends which stand you stop on. I think the Tubex position is still the same, really. It depends on the site and the location. We're still a big advocate of the traditional shelters. All of the life cycle analysis studies we've done have shown that is still the lowest impact solution. If you look at the waste hierarchy, then collection and recycling would obviously be above make to waste of a biodegradable product. So as long as we can ensure that the shelters are collected, reprocessed and make it back into the tree shelter once again, that's still, I guess, our preferred or lowest impact solution, but we're still working hard to make the nature product as good as possible for those areas where it's harder to reach and there's not the possibility to go and collect and recycle.
So on the subject of nature then, your biodegradable tree shelter product, you have been able to sort of demonstrate some facets of of its formula, I suppose, and at this show. Can you talk us through some of those developments?
Yeah, I mean, it's been I think with the biodegradable products, we're still in that steep learning curve. So the products are changing and evolving all the time. So we've been making tweaks over the last few years and working a lot with Wageningen University Food and Bio-based Research. And the last kind of 2 or 3 years of learning now have kind of made it into the latest generation of nature. So we've been really working to make the product a lot stronger, actually extend the life in the field. So we were seeing that the biodegradation was actually happening a bit too quickly. So we're looking to now slow that down and working on the flared rim to make that softer and smoother to allow the tree to grow out and establish itself. So no, we're really happy, and the feedback has been really positive on the products on the stand. So we're looking forward to ramping up again this season.
And what do you think the immediate future holds for Tubex over the coming year, between now and maybe the next APF show?
Yeah, I imagine it's going to be more of the same, I would say. I think we're going to see the growth of the collection and recycling scheme. We're now up to 1 million tree shelters, or more than 1 million tree shelters recycled by our calculations. So I think that has still a long way to go. The ambition there is to keep doubling. So every year we've doubled the amount of tree shelters we've collected. We're pretty much full in Arbor in our location now, so we're starting to work with partner organisations recycling across the country. So quite excited to see how big that can be, and then we'll continue to evolve the nature product and try and make the performance as close as possible to the traditional PP shelters. So hopefully more planting, more successful planting. I know there's been a lot of focus on making sure the trees are established, not just planted, and seeing how the conversation changes in the industry.
Okay, great. Well, I hope the rest of the show is very successful for you, James. Thanks a lot for talking to us.
Thanks for your time.